Ryker Webb, the mysterious 3-year-old toddler who spent 2 nights alone in a rickety shed. If you're a 90s kid, you must have seen Baby's Day Out. Who can forget the adventures of Baby Blink, which shocked the whole world, even if it was for a single day? On 3rd of June 2022, a similar incident happened which is still fresh in the memories of many. Now, if you're getting curious to find out what the incident, then stay with me till the end of the video, because today I'm going to tell you about a real-life Baby's Day Out which blew away the minds of the investigating teams as well. Welcome to AF Crime, the channel that brings you fascinating crimes all around the world. If you're interested in this kind of content, then this channel is for you. Make sure to like this video, click on the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell to keep you updated on our recent uploads. Now, let's get right into the video and investigate more about this bizarre incident, which initially looked like a conventional missing person case, but later on revealed some sensational details. It was a normal afternoon in the small town of Troy, not the one mentioned in Homer's Iliad, but the heart of northwestern Montana. June was blazing with its veracity, and most of the people preferred staying indoors to escape the fury of the burning sun right over their heads. Yet, there was someone whose love for bugs had forced him out of the house at such an unwelcoming noon. Before you come up with any assumption about this person, let me tell you that it wasn't a grown-up guy, but a 3-year-old toddler who was named Ryker by his parents and was the apple of the eye of the Webb family. Ryker seemed to enjoy the innocent phase of his childhood, so he didn't take any impact of the heat, which was already becoming intolerable for many. Ryker wants to go out and play with the bugs, Ryker told his father through his babbling. He knew that stopping Ryker won't do any good, as he will turn up all fussy and will start throwing tantrums. Ryker's dad knew that the best thing to do at the moment was to let him play in the backyard. So he started playing along with their cute doggo. Right in the middle of the play, Ryker's dad had to go inside the house for something, and he left saying, "All right, sweetheart, stay here and I will be there with you after a while." Well, Ryker, who was a child, had no end to his curiosity. When he was finally left unsupervised, he thought about exploring bugs a little more on his own, so he set out on that mission. When Ryker's dad came out to find Ryker, he was shocked to see that Ryker was no longer there, but even the doggo was restless. That made him realize the ultimate nightmare of a toddler's parents. Young Ryker had decided to go out without any supervision, and in doing so, he was possibly exploring someplace which was unknown to anyone else. This made them active, and soon Ryker's mother joined him in their search for their lost son. They started knocking at every single door with the hope of finding their baby. "Have you seen this baby walking alone here?" They were asking this question by showing one of his pictures, where no one could find the angelic face of the little Ryker, who had a bright smile and blue eyes with blonde hair. When they found that their entire neighborhood was unaware of little Ryker's whereabouts and had not seen him, Ryker's mother started panicking. Indeed, these moments can turn worse for any parent, so they finally decided to take up the help of the local police force of the area. The thought to reach out to the police after 2 hours was indeed an unwise decision, because they should have informed the police right away when they found their son lost. But the local sheriff, Darren Short, who belonged to Lincoln County, was quite a sensible man. Though he initially rebuked the parents over their carelessness in reporting so late, that he took an instant decision of arranging search teams. An active team of 50 ground searchers started this mission right at the evening of the 3rd of June. The search party was in no mood to take any risks, so they took every last step to find Ryker that they could. The search team also took hunting dogs and drones on the search grounds. Even helicopters were employed to find out any evidence regarding the little toddler. Sheriff Short had also sent a code red alert to the neighboring areas surrounding Troy, which had the following message: "A toddler of age 3 with blue eyes and blonde hair is seen missing from Troy County today. He will be in blue button-down pajamas. Please search out your properties and coordinate in rescuing him." The alert was received in all the vicinities of Troy. Besides, police mobiles kept on searching all across the locality. Right after 3 hours, following the police search, a thunderstorm attacked the area with all its vigor. It appeared that even nature wanted to intervene in the process of carrying out an active search. Since Montana is known for its expansive terrains and with the night approaching close, it became extremely difficult for the team to carry out their search at a constant pace. As the thunderstorm took hold of the area, the search mission came to a halt. The helicopters landed safely and the search was limited only to the police mobiles. This was turning out to be an unforgettable night for the Webb family. But there was another person who was highly concerned about the safety of the little Ryker, and that was Sheriff Short. As he was leading the mission, he himself remained awake throughout the night in search of any possible update about Ryker. As the sun of June 4th rose over the horizon, the impacts of thunderstorms were lessened, and once again the heat wave was starting to take its lead back. Nonetheless, the mission was once again started, and this time the search team strategically targeted the forest outside the neighborhood, which was known for frequent sightings of mountain lions and wild bears. Well, that seems pretty dangerous, right? By now, the search team was sure that Ryker had somewhere gone into the forest because they noticed some unusual stone patterns in their way of search. Now, if you have forgotten, then I should remind you once again that Ryker loved playing with bugs and finding them just like any other toddler. So in his quest for exploring bugs, he had removed some little stones from their respective places and had later dropped them off on the ground when he moved further. This was what the search team followed. Ryker's parents were also coordinating with the team, and it was upon their indication that the team decided to go further into the deep forest to find out any possible clues of Ryker's presence. They followed the ordered trail of stones to find any sign of Ryker, but the whole day they were unable to find any sign of Ryker. By the end of the day, they had reached the far end of the forest, and it was an area that connected Troy with Sanders County. As the night was approaching, the team marked their trail to search the next day. On the morning of the 5th of June, the team was once again starting its journey to find any trace of Ryker when Sheriff Short received an update on Ryker. He was found in a shed located on the Pine Ridge Road in Sanders County. It was approximately 2.4 miles away from Ryker's home. This was big and equally shocking news for every person on the team because it was hard to believe at first that the little guy was safe in a place. Short initially arrived at the location for confirmation. Upon reaching there, along with some other police officers, he was extremely surprised to find little Ryker completely safe and sound, though he had some bruises on his face and nose, along with some scratches on his legs. Apart from that, Ryker was also very scared to find strange men all around him. Short later recalled that when our team found out about Ryker and we reached there, it was obvious that he was very, very scared. But then we told him that we were going to take him to his mom and dad, and at this, his eyes lit up. It was extremely strange to find out how Ryker managed to be there in the shed in the first place. As the couple who informed the police about them said, "We were checking out our generator when we heard some noises coming from our shed. At first, we thought that this might be some animal, but as we got closer, we found out that it was the voice of a young boy who was babbling. We were intrigued by that as we opened the door of the shed to check out who was inside and where he was. We knew the child was the missing kid as we had received the alert about him as well. Even they were surprised to find Ryker over there on his own and know nothing about how he got there." On the basis of his detective instincts, Short gave a logic that seemed somehow reasonable in the light of the circumstance. He said that children of this age are usually active to understand their surroundings, and Ryker was intelligent enough to hide in a shed as he wanted to escape the heavy thunderstorms on the day he got missing. When Ryker was recovered by the search team, a picture of him was also taken, and that showed the spark in the eyes amidst the wounds. This picture quickly made its way into viral society of the internet, and it was after this picture that many people started giving multiple theories. One group of people believed that Ryker was not at all missing, and that it was all a drama arranged carefully by his parents. In their defense, they argued over the fact that the Webb family had informed the police after 2 hours, which signaled that things were a bit strange at their end. Even the sheriff later on questioned the parents about their irresponsible attitude in terms of looking after the child. But he revealed that Ryker's attitude towards his parents signified that Ryker shared a very friendly bond with them, and they were completely unaware of their child's whereabouts for 2 days. The theory was later discarded, considering the fact that the parents also refused to reveal themselves to media representatives. Another popular theory emerged that Ryker was actually aided by someone who led him to the shed, and then escaped because of the fear of getting blamed as the alleged kidnapper. Some internet users also raised an interesting question on how Ryker was able to survive in the shed for 2 days all alone, since a toddler has hunger pangs. Most importantly, he needed water, so from where did he manage to quench his thirst during this time? These questions were raised by many, and people still show utter disbelief at the fact that a 3-year-old toddler could survive like this all alone. Many believe that there was a mysterious person involved in providing him with food and looking after him at night hours. Another strange thing that was noticed after recovering Ryker from the shed was that Ryker wasn't traumatized like an average toddler would be in this situation. Instead, he was a bit scared, but got better right after he met his parents. Well, there are numerous questions regarding this incident, but the answer is unknown to all but Ryker. Maybe someday when baby Ryker grows up, he chooses to recall this story and narrates this incident of his survival before the world. And even if he forgets everything about those 2 nights, which he spent in a rusty shed, it must be for the greater good, as he won't be able to live with the traumatic memories forever. But Ryker's story has a lesson for all the parents out there. It tells you to never leave your young child alone and unsupervised, because not every incident turns out to be a miracle in the end. If you feel that this case was an intriguing one, like the video and share it with all your friends. Also, subscribe to our AF Crime channel for finding more shocking tales around the world. And if you have any criminal case that you'd like me to investigate, share it in the comment section below.